I've actually just logged in recently, and I saw you doing your normal talk, and I decided that I'll step in and talk to you. But what have you been talking about? What are you interested in right now?
Um, we were talking about vaccines.
Okay.
And I figured you had a
Oh, I have an opinion on those.
I figured you had an issue with what we were talking about when it came to the vaccines.
Probably. What's your opinion on the vaccines?
I mean, I got lots of opinions on the vaccines. I
How many of them have you got? Three of them, I assume.
Three opinions or three
No, three
no,
vaccines.
I got
Three vaccines.
I got the first two that are
Oh, you
like,
didn't.
just like kind of the original. And
Yeah,
then
you didn't get the booster yet.
not yet. I'll get it
You're
when it
gonna.
comes
You're
time.
going to though.
Yeah.
But okay, so what my question to you would be is, what is time for the booster? If you already got the other two, what did you get? The Moderna?
Yeah, I got Pfizer.
Okay, Pfizer. My mom's a Pfizer girl herself, and she is so ashamed of me that I didn't get the Pfizer as well. But my question is,
Did you get a
why
vaccine?
the hell? Well, I got no vaccines. I'm absolutely going to not get these until I think there's a reason to get them. Um, but my question is, if you seem to be pretty pro-vaccine when I hate saying anti-vax and pro-vax. This term is really
When it comes
stupid
to
to me.
this specific vaccine,
This
or when it
specific
comes,
vaccine, but
you can
why
be
did you get what?
anti-vax with this
Okay, yeah,
vaccine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. But why did you get the two, but not the third one?
I just haven't gotten that far yet. I was
But
like
you're
pretty,
going to without doubt.
yeah.
Okay. But my question is
Like I just got the
it's not
other
why.
vaccines
It's
in
not why.
October. Hold on. I just got
Sorry,
the
go
other
ahead.
vaccines in October, and so I don't need the booster yet. Like is what I'm saying. Eventually I'll need the booster though.
I'd say no one needs a booster
Why?
because the people who are getting the booster are still getting the Omicron, as they call it.
Yeah, but that's only one. You realize there's almost 2,000 variants, and there's only like I think four or five um that the vaccine doesn't that or so sorry. So the vaccine still is like effective against Omicron and Delta and all of those, just not as effective as it is against all of the other thousands of variants.
Okay, so here's why I don't believe that. Because the people who are just rejecting it the way I am, and then here's the thing. I'm not saying that I disagree with you for getting it. I think if you want to get the first, second, or third vaccine, you just inject everything you can. And I don't disagree with it. I 100% don't.
But I'd rather
But
talk
I
about
don't
why
I
you
but
should get the vaccine.
well no. Well, that's fine. We can talk about that. But I don't see the people who are not getting it just like I chose to because I made my own decision. They're not getting more sick than you guys. It seems weird that you guys are getting sick. Do you not see how that's weird? You're getting vaccinated against something and you're getting sick. Have you ever seen that before in anything in the history of this world?
Yeah, of course.
Any diseases? Have you ever seen people getting vaccinated against something and then getting that exact disease?
Yeah, of course. Can you name a vaccine that has been 100% effective?
I can't because I don't. I'm actually so when people say anti-vax, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that are in my particular position, say I'm not anti-vax. I'm just anti-this vax. No,
Hmm.
I'm actually anti-vax. I went to college and I was stupid enough to let them inject me with everything they did before I went to college, and I'll admit it. That was a very fucking stupid decision that I made. I didn't understand what I was doing. I was 17 years old, and I let them inject me with every fucking vaccine they do before you go into college. So I'm actually anti-vax. I'm not just anti-coronavirus, COVID-19 vax. I'm actually fucking anti-vax. I don't believe that these people who are injecting us with things actually give a fuck about our health. I think they are absolutely injecting us with things that are not good for us. And
So
I understand that you don't agree with that, but I just want you to know that's where I'm coming from. I'm not a person who is a weird like conservative anti-vaxxer that wants people to think that I'm coming from a different angle than where I'm coming from. I'm an actual anti-vaxxer, I guess. I think the government has been vaccinating us with bad things for all of eternity. I think I'm an actual anti-vaxxer. So, does that help?
well, a minute ago you were saying that you don't like the anti-vax labels. So why do you not like the anti-vax
Well,
label
no,
if you're
that's why I don't
actually
like the
anti-vax?
anti-vax label because I don't think that it does justice to how anti-vax I actually am. I'm not Kyrie Irving who only doesn't want
Yeah.
the
Okay.
vaccination
So yeah, so
of this
you're
one.
getting thrown in with a bunch of other people that you don't
Yeah,
feel are actually anti-vax. Like you take it all the way,
yeah.
they don't.
I don't want to be considered anti-vax, and that this vaccination happening right now is the first vaccination that I've disagreed with. I want everyone to know that I am anti all the vaccinations for the U.S. military folks, for the college students, for everyone in this country. I think that vaccines could possibly have had a good effect at some point, but I refuse to believe that the people who have control of those vaccines have done what's right and done the right things to make those what I would give to my kids. So I think that we shouldn't have to subject people to these things if they don't want them. That's my that's my opinion. So that's where I come from. Sorry.
Okay. So have you talked to other people about this before? Like,
Well, obviously I have. My sister's a doctor. She hates my opinion. She's
mhm.
probably way well on your opinion on vaccines. She wants me to get vaccinated. And I do respect her as my sister. She's a very smart person. I don't just reject everyone based on my opinion. I'm not God, but I also understand that my sister is a doctor. She's basically, it's hard to explain, but she's a doctor for a reason. She's very smart. She's the smartest girl I know, actually. But she will be more inclined to agree with the ADA and with other organizations that I don't agree with, because if she doesn't agree with them, then she doesn't get paid. So it's very hard to
Okay.
agree with her on all that kind of
So
things. But
let's
go ahead.
try to run through this fairly quickly. I just got a couple
All right.
questions for you. So like, where do your political positions normally lie around? Like, if like, are you like I don't know, like
I'm obviously
are you an
I'm pretty
anarchist?
conservative.
Okay.
Pretty conservative. I don't like to side with the Republican Party
Yeah.
because I think that they're a bunch of pussies that
Yeah.
don't fucking do what conservatives want.
Yeah.
But I'm a conservative.
I, I'm
All in all,
I'm in the same boat as you. I'm a conservative, but I don't like the Republican Party. So,
really.
yeah. But
So
I
I've watched a lot of stuff on you. but I haven't gathered that. But I haven't watched enough, I guess. Then
Okay, so um do you think that, like you said, maybe the vaccines used to work? So, like, do you think chickenpox like is still around, or like didn't really disappear, or that was like the
well,
last
that
vaccine that
that's
worked?
so that's my problem. The vaccines that they say that work, maybe they worked, I don't know. But the vaccines right now for coronavirus, they don't work, and you have to admit that they don't work. And you say the variants, and I don't care about the variants. When they say that if you get vaccinated one time or two times, if it's two, that you're safe from the fucking virus. And when you have people like Joe Biden and people like Xi Jinping and everyone else saying that that's the case, and it's not true, that's a lie. And I'm tired of the lies.
Okay,
And I'm 100% in the belief that this vaccine does not work.
okay. So all
You
like
think it works?
yeah, there no vaccines are 100% effective. Like they
No,
just
no, no,
don't
no, no,
exist,
no. The
right?
measles, the measles. If you're vaccinated for the measles, do you get it? Answer me that.
It's
And be
possible.
honest. What?
It is possible to get. So I think the measles vaccine was 99% effective, meaning there were
That's
some people who
insanely
still got it.
effective.
Yes, it is. And as fast as these vaccines came out, for them to be
This vaccine's
94%
not
effective,
effective.
it's 94% effective.
Here's my thing. You're a conservative, but do you vote Republican or Democrat when it comes to your local votes?
Um, Mostly Democrat.
Mostly Democrat. So you're not what you described to me earlier with the kind of mostly conservative. You're not conservative if you vote for
Well, no,
Democrats because
I'm.
these Democrats are unvotable when it comes to a conservative person. It's impossible.
That's
Now
not.
the
You've never heard of
Republicans,
a
oh,
conservative Democrat? Like it's entire portions of the
I
Democratic
mean,
Party.
there's
Like,
one. She quit.
I,
Was it Tulsi Gabbard? She quit
well, no, and there's
because
like entire portions, like I think
okay.
over a third of. Hold on, hold on. Over a
I'm sorry
third
about that.
of
Go ahead.
neocons voted for Joe Biden in the last presidential election. So like, they're the conservative
I'm
Democrats are growing.
I'm concerned what actually happened in the last presidential election, and I'd be actually wondering if you actually thought that Joe Biden got 82 million votes or whatever the hell it was.
Okay,
That's
we'll
insane.
we'll save that one
But
for another day.
okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I you can't be kind of conservative and be voting for Democrats. It's absolutely asinine to me. That's crazy. Do you
Okay,
understand how I can say that's crazy?
yeah, but I like it. I don't think that Republicans represent conservative beliefs.
I don't either. I don't either. I
They
don't either.
only represent partisan beliefs. I don't
I
think
don't
that
either.
anything that they're trying to do is actually to make the world a better place. It's just to combat the Democrats. Whereas in a lot
Do
of
you think
places they
so
could.
let me
Well, let me explain this real quick. Because in a lot of
go ahead.
places they could actually be working with Democrats to actually make things better, and it would still align with our conservative beliefs. So if I want at least some of my conservative beliefs, some of the things that I want to get done to actually get done, they'll only ever get done with the Democrats. None of them will get done with the Republicans. So,
No way. No way. It's the exact opposite though. I see Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who the Democrats are trying to literally say that she's causing an insurrection, which is fucking insane and stupid. You're a dumb person if you think there's goddamn insurrection happening on the Capitol on January 6th, and they're trying not to get her to run in fucking Georgia because if she runs again, they know she'll win. that that to me, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think she's a smart person. I think she is what she is. I'll give her that. I've met her before. She's a nice person. She's not stupid. But when you say that what you say about Democrats running the way they do, I consider it the exact opposite. I think Democrats don't want there to be fair elections. I think they don't want people to actually be able to run the way that they actually run. And I think it's actually so I hate saying this because when it comes to Democrats, they say about Marjorie Taylor Greene or Donald Trump or whoever it is, they say it's dangerous to democracy.
Mhm.
I actually fucking think it's dangerous to democracy the way they treat people like MTG, Donald Trump, anyone that has to do with that. And for me, I'm not a Republican either. I'll tell you right now.
Well,
I'm a goddamn.
I do want to get back
I'm
to
a
the
conservative. I'm a
vaccines real quick
conservative.
because
All right.
I'm not I am more concerned with the vaccine conversation, or I'm happy to have those other conversations at another time because I'm interested in all of those things as
All
well.
right.
But
Sorry.
when it comes to the vaccine, like what? So okay, so it's I just looked it up. It's currently 96.3% effective. Why do you disbelieve that?
Why do I disbelieve that?
Yes.
Well, it's not. It's so for me. It's not about the percentages of whether the vaccine works, which I don't even know how they're coming up with that percentage. I don't quote unquote trust the science when it comes to that because the science has lied to us all the time, and the science to us has been Dr. Fauci, who's an absolute liar, and all of his organizations he's ever worked for, complete fucking liars, and I hate them. They're garbage. But why do I not trust any of that, or why do I not care about any of it? It's because I have ears and eyes, and I see my friends and family who are my age, who are 50 or younger, who there's no reason for them to actually subject themselves to trying this fucking vaccination when it's they don't have to. Do you understand that? Like like you I understand that you think it works. But do you understand that all these fucking people don't know if it works and they don't want to be guinea pigs and be subjected to it? What problem is that to you?
I,
That's my question, I guess.
I so one, if we can see that like not just in the United States but in countries all across the world, independent studies done in all sorts of different states, the more vaccines a specific area has, the less COVID cases they have. Like, I think that regardless of whether or not we trust the science, we can see that all of the outsiders are still showing that the vaccine works, that it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
Um, I had a really severe case of COVID, and I had to be out of work for like 3 weeks. And even after, had a lot of lingering effects to where like I've had trouble breathing. I've probably had cognitive problems from COVID. I had um, I've had a lot of like problems because I just got this virus one time and now have had all of these other issues that came with it. On top of that, I'm around a bunch of high risk people on a consistent basis that can't get vaccinated, and that if they got sick would probably just die. Like they can't get sick ever. They have to stay like encapsulated in rooms by themselves all the time, and if I want to go visit them, I got to make sure that I'm safe. Um, Other people who come into contact with me, I would appreciate it if they were also safe in not getting some sort of virus stuck to me to where I might travel it in there having absolutely no clue. Um, and I would think that that's consistent with a lot of other things that I expect from society in general. Like if I drive on the road, I expect everybody to not be swerving all over the place or to be drunk and randomly come crash into me, or to go to speed limit, or to wear their seatbelts, or to use their blinkers. Like,
I agree with those things too. But
So
I don't agree with anything you said having to do with this vaccination.
so what part
That's-
of what I said do you disagree with?
I agree that when you are living in a society that you agree that you can't speed or do anything insane, there's things that we agree to. But none of them have anything to fucking do with this vaccination, and you know that.
But what of what I explained do you disagree with?
Um, I disagree with the simple fact that I don't disagree with anything because you didn't include the fact that there's something that people don't want because it's not proven.
Well, how can you prove it though? How could one change your mind on your current position?
How could someone prove it?
Yes, how like out because
Studies.
they've already been
Because
done.
because no, they haven't been done. They say that studies are done.
Uh huh.
How are long-term studies done on something that was invented last year? That's impossible.
Well, they're showing how long. It's not like they're lying. They're showing how long those
They are
studies are done
lying.
for.
They are lying.
Yeah, but they're
It's not a long-term study if it's fucking done this year.
hold on again. They're showing how long those studies are done for. Do you disagree when it says? Do you think they say like, "Hey, we've done this study for 10 years, even though COVID's only existed for 2 years"? Like they haven't said that. They show how long the studies went for.
That's my point, though. People like me who just want the truth say, I don't want to be a guinea pig because I don't want a study done on me because I'm not a fucking guinea pig. And they say, well, it's not a guinea pig. The studies have been done. No, the studies haven't been done. If the fucking truth isn't known over that period of time, the studies haven't been done. You understand that, right?
Hold on. I asked you. I said the studies don't say that they've been done for 10 years. The studies will say we did this study for 6 months or we did this
I
study
know,
for
but dumb
8
people
months.
like my mother who works in the goddamn medical field who will literally tell me, and they will come at me as liberal stupid people will say that the studies have been done. And it doesn't matter, by the way, that you understand better than she does that the studies haven't fucking been done. You understand that because you're not stupid, Tom. You're not a dumb person. Like my mother who works in the goddamn medical field. She literally reads her opinion and whatever the fuck they send her it from fucking IU Health in Indiana that the studies have been fucking done. So you know what? When I talk to someone like her, you know what she says to me? You know what the most disrespectful thing I've ever heard in my life was? From my own goddamn mother? I've read about it. It's the science. I've read about it.
Sure, but
I actually
you're saying
study
that
it.
they're
I
lying.
study it. I actually listen
But
about it.
you're saying that they're lying, and I'm saying that the studies aren't
She's
lying.
lying.
They okay. Well, I can debate your mom at a different time, but I
Well, no,
I
no, she doesn't lie. She isn't lying. Sorry, so she's not lying. She's stupid on it. She doesn't understand it.
yeah, she's just incorrect. So, but again, like the studies say, like it
But
lasted for
that's
this
my
long,
problem with it.
and we can see that other studies are done afterwards to say, okay, this many people got vaccinated, the number of people with the
But
virus
they
have
lie
gone
about
down.
these. You realize this, right?
Say that again.
They lie about these numbers. You realize that, right?
So why do we think that they're lying about the numbers?
It's not that I think they're lying about them. It's that every goddamn real doctor that I've ever listened to on YouTube before they get kicked off, and then Rumble, and then whatever fucking goddamn place you have to listen to them is,
Mm-hmm.
they 100% say that these vaccines are fucking not working and that the VAERS reports, you know what VAERS is, right?
I do. I've been on the VAERS report.
The VAERS reports are pretty fucking bad with these vaccines. Would you agree?
Well, What do you think the VAERS report is?
I think the VAERS report is that people who are getting vaccinated, I'm not saying every goddamn person's dying from it. I'm not a crazy person. But people who should never have been vaccinated, who are fucking under the age of 30, are fucking dying of myocarditis. Do you disagree with that? Because if
No,
you disagree with it, I would love for you to go read the goddamn VAERS report.
no, I've
Because it
read the
says
VAERS
it.
report. I agree.
It says it.
So do you know that more people die from myocarditis from COVID than people who are dying from myocarditis that they got from the vaccine?
That's absolutely false.
How so?
How so?
Mhm.
Because people who are dying of COVID fucking die of COVID because they're 70 years old or super fat or they
Yeah,
have something
comorbidities.
happening.
Right,
People
comorbidities,
who
but they're
die of the
getting
vaccine
myocarditis
are
from
people who die of
COVID.
the vaccine are fucking 30 years old playing soccer and they go fucking right out in the field and fucking start acting like they fucking got shocked in the face and then they die of myocarditis. It's not because of COVID.
Well,
It's
wait,
because of
no,
the
no, no, no,
vaccine.
that's not what I'm saying. A lot of people who had COVID got myocarditis, right? We knew this before the vaccine ever came out. People who were getting COVID
But
were
people who are
getting
getting the
myocarditis.
vaccine are dying from it, is what I'm saying.
No, but they were dying from myocarditis as well. Like that's how you die from COVID is from comorbidities. Like I think it's less than 1% of people who have died with COVID have died from actual COVID. The rest of them were dying from comorbidities.
Okay.
Meaning like they had another problem with them, like like they had cancer or they had lung problems already, or they were old and they smoked, or like they had other problems.
You're not making any point of why you get vaccinated because the people who are dying of the vaccination. You understand this, right?
Wait, hold on. So okay, maybe I'm not saying this right. Okay, so when you say they're dying from myocarditis, right? You're saying this is
Yes.
coming from the vaccine, and I'm saying I
I'm saying it's
agree with
possible.
you. Yes, I'm saying I agree with you, but more people are getting myocarditis from COVID and dying than people who are getting it from.
That's literally the most left-leaning, insane fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
So why do you disagree with that?
Because I know people who get COVID. Guess what? My sister got COVID. You know what happened to her?
Wait, I'm not saying 100% of people get myocarditis.
Every fucking person who gets COVID has the same goddamn result if they don't happen to be fat, stupid people. If they're not absolutely 2 or 3 things that they happen to be willing to die from before COVID happened, they're not going to fucking die.
I know a brother and a sister who were both high school to college age who died in March of 2020.
Come on, go.
Go. Yeah, March of 2020, I think, or April, with COVID. Young kids, healthy, no problems. They both died from COVID. I think 6 people now, I believe. I'd have to go count it again, but my neighbor just died this year of April from COVID. It's not
okay. So I can name.
I had a very severe case of
people
COVID.
or so that didn't die from it. You know why?
Wait, hold on.
Because
that's not relevant.
Because
it doesn't matter. We already know that most people don't die, right? Like it's a very low chance of dying from it. We're talking about the amount of people who get myocarditis from COVID, and then the fact that you're more likely to get it from COVID than you are from the vaccine.
It doesn't matter that you're more likely to get it from COVID than the vaccine. The fucking goddamn vaccine doesn't work, and it's 100% proven that it doesn't work for the fact that every dumbass who keeps getting the fucking virus is triple vaccinated. Are you too fucking dull to see this happening right now?
I'm
The
sorry.
goddamn idiot athletes, the dumbass athletes, they're stupid people. The dumb fucking people that we see every goddamn day are actually telling you you're stupid for not being vaccinated, and then they're fucking catching quote unquote Omicron. Do you not see how fucking stupid these people are?
Yeah, hold on. I wanna focus on the
How stupid
myocarditis
everyone is?
part. Well, you're saying they're stupid, but I need like some sort of logic behind that, or like a study or information or stats, or like something that like makes you believe that I'm
That's
incorrect on what it is that
the
I'm saying.
people who I'm friends with, who I talk to every goddamn day, who refuse the vaccine, don't have myocarditis, and they're all fucking 35 or less years old.
The people who I
That's
talk
what you
to
need.
who have the vaccine don't have myocarditis, and they're all fine too. So that's
That's
not
fine.
a helpful point.
But the people who you talk to are pieces of shit who try to force people like me to get it. You
Wait,
understand that
hold
that's a
on.
problem?
I'm not trying to force you to do anything.
I'm saying the people that like that vaccine so much,
I
they
like the
only
vaccine.
like
I'm
that.
not trying to
They
force you to
love
get
that
it.
vaccine and they try to force you to get it. That's exactly what the fuck it is, and you know that.
I don't know that. We were just going over this, that like there's not, like, in the United States currently, we don't have like vaccine mandates for regular citizens, like forcing everybody to get them.
They do it in a lot
Um,
of places, actually.
well,
It's pretty fucking sick,
saying
actually.
not in the United States, but
In the United States, there are actually some places that they are trying to do it, and New York City and
I
LA
know
are
that they're
part of those
talking
places.
about doing it. There's a
And
bunch of places that have talked
it's
about
actually
doing it.
sickening. It's
You,
actually sickening.
there's a lot of places that have talked about doing it since it started, but every time
It doesn't matter.
it
It
never
doesn't
gets to
matter.
the point where
What?
they
Where
actually
the
do it.
fuck in the history of this world, by the way? How old are you?
33.
Okay, so you're 33. In your goddamn history of your world, when you've heard about things possibly happening when it comes to the government, does it ever fucking not happen? Are you fucking dull,
Yeah, all
bro?
the time.
They always fucking happen.
That's not.
Because this is what the goddamn government wants in this country. Are you fucking crazy
Well,
right
the
now?
government isn't one thing in this country. We have a
The
lot of
government in this
different
country is
governments.
one thing.
No, it's not.
Do you think Joe Biden won the election? You
It
actually think he actually got the votes to win the
this isn't
election?
relevant to whether or not the country is one thing or the government's
It
one
makes
thing.
it one thing. When the country, we call it, I don't call it the country, I call it the fucking one world government, wants one thing, they fucking get it. You realize that, right?
Okay,
You have to
so
be insane to think otherwise.
a bunch of different times, a bunch of different states have said, "Hey, we're going to have uh this new mandate," and then they don't implement the mandate. Can you tell me why that is? If they get whatever they want every time, why do they not get the mandates that they supposedly want so bad?
I think right now, this moment,
Hmm.
that we're going to have to either get that mandate or there's going to be a peaceful divorce, and I prefer the peaceful divorce. I prefer that Florida and Texas and everything in between becomes a different country. I hate everyone else. I truly do, and I'm from Indiana. I hate everything else. I don't care about them. They're bad people. They're garbage humans, and I'm sick of them. I don't want them in my life. I want the people here in Florida that I live with and I have to be with every day to fucking be a part of my life. And I don't want basically anyone else, but I'll take Texas if they continue to not be completely retarded, which I assume they will be because they're completely covered by dumbasses in California at this point. And I'm tired of everyone. I'm tired of all of it. I don't want any of these people. I literally just want there to be a country, whether it be Florida sized or fucking less than that, that's fine. That's pretty close to the 1776 that we came into, which I assume there won't be. And I don't want any of these absolute pussies that are running the shit right now that they are, where they say that, oh my god, Omicron, so scary. No one's fucking scared of this virus. This virus, I'm not saying it's all the way fake. It is man-made. It was man-made by the USA and China. It was absolutely co-engineered. I'm
Okay,
tired of hearing it. I'm
real
tired
quick.
of hearing about it.
You
But but
you
but this
did
shit is absolutely fucking stupid. We don't need no fucking vaccine, and we don't need the government tracing us and saying that we're gonna have this
hold on, hold on,
fucking
hold on.
piecing us.
I want to talk about one thing at a time. You said that the government always gets what it wants. And
It does,
so I
100%.
okay, and so I want to try to ask this question again. If all of these different states over and over have said we want this mandate, but they don't get the mandate over and over and over and over, like they'll have like state supreme courts that say that they can't have it, or like federal courts will say that they can't have it. Why
We
is it
saw what
that they
happened.
don't get it every time?
We saw what happened on that. It's because this country has been absolutely taken over by more than what it was supposed to be. This was supposed to be a United States of America. This was supposed to be where the people had control. We found out, especially during the 2020 elections, that we don't have control of any of it. 100%, six fucking states were 100%. If you're not fucking stupid, if you have any brain in your head, stolen on the elections, and it all happened at fucking like 2 in the morning. It was the stupidest thing you've ever seen in your life. You have to be an absolute moron to think that this election wasn't stolen. And I watched it happen, and I was actually part of it. I was especially part of it in Las Vegas because I witnessed Nevada get stolen
I don't
100%.
I
You'd
don't
have
want
to
to
be
get
fucking
in.
retarded for it.
I don't want to get
But
into the
but but
elections. I want to ask,
well,
like, if
that's
these
my point.
states are
That's my
not
point. That's my
getting.
point. None of this stuff's real at this point.
Okay, so they don't get the mandates. Why are they not getting the mandates if they want them and they always get what they want?
They are getting the mandates.
But they haven't yet. It's been like 2 years and they haven't gotten them. Why is
They
that?
have. They have. Where do you live at?
Georgia.
Okay, so you live in New York or L.A. or anywhere else. They have been getting them, man. They've been fucking abusing people
But they don't
in
have
fucking
mandates
L.A.
there.
They do.
I just
And
left
in
LA.
fucking New York, they fucking
I'm
do.
from New
And
York and I just left LA. I have
they
lots
do.
of friends and family in New York. I just
They
left
do. And
LA.
they do. And
What
you're
are they?
100%. You're 100% wrong on that. On New
What are
York, they
they?
do.
What are they?
What are they? They're actual. They're mandates.
What are they? Like, what are the mandates?
If you don't have a vaccine card, you can't fucking eat.
Not in New York. Not right now.
Yes, in New York City right now.
We just went
You're
through their
out of your
legislation. They don't
mind.
have that in New
You're
York.
you're out of your mind, dude.
Okay. I I don't know how my friends over there are eating without using a card.
You don't have friends. That's basically be the point.
Can you can you not like actually do this in good faith? Like
That is good
I'm
faith. You
treating
don't
you
have
in
friends.
good
I'm
faith.
saying good faith. You don't have friends.
How do you know that?
Because obviously I have friends in New York. They're dealing with they're dealing with. You're literally lying and saying, "Oh no, I have people in New York, and they have no way that they've possibly been fucking raped by the government." Yeah, they have been, dude.
Can you
You're a
send me something
fucking.
that says that they have those in New York? If you send me something, I'll believe you. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I didn't even know he left. I just started thinking, there's no way if I ask for a source on this, he's going to stay here. There's no way in hell he's going to stay here. In the middle of that sentence, I looked up to, because I was purposely not looking at the screen, not looking at the chat, not looking at any of this. And then as I'm in the middle of the sentence, I go to click on it thinking, I know he's not going to stay if I ask him for a source on this. He was gone. He was already gone before I got it. Before I even finished the question, he was already gone. He wasn't kicked. He was not kicked out. I mean, unless I don't think one of my mods would have kicked him. Let me go check. Oh, nope. Oh, crap. Let me pull this up. Okay, yeah. There it is. Mr. Orange Juice left the voice channel, and then he left the server. So. He needs therapy for those mom issues, dude. I felt bad for him. Yeah, nobody kicked him. Did dude just nope out? Nope out? Oh, what the hell is that? Nope out? That's good. He left right when asked for a source, and Tom asked again for source and realized. Yeah, because I was repeating it to say, like, I'll believe you if you send me something that says that this exists. Like,
People in New York, and they have no way that they've possibly been fucking raped by the government. Yeah, they have been, dude.
can you
You're a
send me something
fucking.
that says that they have those in New York? Wow, dude. That quick. That quick. Oh my goodness, that was freaking quick. That was so fast. It was like he was sitting there thinking as he said that, like, oh my goodness, I really hope this guy doesn't ask me for a source. Please do not ask me for a source on this. I'm just going to say all of this as confidently as I possibly can and hope that he believes me. And if he asks me for a source, I've already got my finger on the trigger. Like, I've already got my finger on the hang up button. I am ready to dip if he asks me for a source on this at all. They have those in New York?
They've possibly been fucking raped by the government. Yeah, they have been, dude.
Can you
You're
send
a
me something
fucking.
that says that they have those in New York? If you send me something, I'll believe you. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I didn't even know he left. I just started thinking, we gotta, yeah, we get, that's, oh man, that's too bad. That's too bad.